Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today I'll be playing some more of the Hell Is Us demo. This time I'll be trying it out on my RX 7900 XTX with my Intel i9 4900KS. Very demanding demo, so I'm expecting playable performance but nothing too crazy. So playing at a resolution of 3840 by 2160 at ultra settings. The game does support ray tracing, as it says control for quality of dynamically calculated indirect lighting bounces, sky shadowing and ambient occlusion. Setting of high and above use more accurate ray tracing methods to solve lighting but can reduce performance. So high and above may potentially go to hardware ray tracing or even something else. We're not too sure, it hasn't been confirmed, but everything is maxed out. No VSync, so no frame rate cap, so we can see exactly what the system can do. Game does support DLSS, XeSS and FSR3. I'm not too sure why games don't ship with FSR 3.1, but I'm using XeSS this time. I think it's 2.0 because you've got ultra quality and ultra quality plus you've got native AA and you've got frame generation available for specific GPUs. I'm using quality. Since XeSS has been updated, quality is the equivalent to the balance preset, but there is a quality uplift, so it still looks really good, and I think it's superior to FSR3, so this is the solution I'm going with. Anyway, let's get into it. I'm gonna make my way down to the farm. Now that I have a good idea of what I'm doing, I'm just gonna get through this as quickly as possible. We're getting between 60 and 70 FPS here. You know, when a game is slightly open world and uses ray tracing, it generally is a combination for a bad time for your GPU, but on top of that you've got the Unreal Engine 5, which is known to be pretty excessive when it comes to GPU demands. So we're dipped down into the mid 50s here, so we can't even hold 60 on DLSS palette, XeSS quality, which is now the equivalent to balanced, so that's pretty disappointing. I'm gonna save it here. I'm gonna get what I need from this guy.
Where can I find the APC?
They parked their APC just beyond the woods, to the north. Once in the woods, follow the wind chimes. They will lead the way through. I hung them in the trees so my sons would stop getting lost when they were children. Setharus, bless their souls. The gate to enter the woods is locked. Here, take this key to unlock it.
Okay, we got the key. We can now do a little bit more exploring. As you can see, his farm's in bad shape. The game does play nice and smooth, to the credit of the developers. Some Unreal Engine 5 games are stuttery as hell, so at least they got that right. I just gotta follow the wind chimes. There seems to be any down here. Okay, here's the APC. Just gotta speak to this guy.
You found me. Epsilon.
Who are you?
I'm Sifo 451, Epsilon 11. I got separated from my unit. I'm not sure how I got here.
Okay, where's the key?
Who has the APC key?
The sergeant has the key. He's inside with the team. Look, we have a med kit in the camp we set up in the woods west of here. We marked the trees to make it easier to navigate. Bring me the med kit, and I'll give you what you need to open the door.
Okay. I'll grab the med kit for him. It's west, so it's just up here. For the most part, holding over 60 FPS, so very playable. And it gets a lot more playable when you're inside. So this is, I wouldn't say the worst of it, because they are more demanding areas, but this is about as bad as it's going to be for the most of the game, I guess. It's got to grab this as well. Now we can go and get the med pack and everything else. These woods are creepy, man. Dead end. Here's the camp. And here's the med pack. Okay, I'm gonna equip this. So while grievously wounded reduces the stamina cost of all actions. It's good to have. Alright, let's go back to that guy. VRAM usage is very, very low. It does start to go up a little bit, but I haven't seen it hit 10 gigabytes since I've played it.
Oh, good. You got the med kit. Okay, you see that ladder over there? Climb it to the top. Take this. You'll need it to open the door. You'll figure it out.
Okay. At least he kept his word. Part of a tablet that's fallen down from the other side of the wall, which is significant. I'm gonna check the puzzle again. So it's flames, eyeball, and then the pickaxe. Okay, now we've opened it. Yeah, that is exactly what that is. We're locked in now. I think that was a cave in. The lighting does look really good though, and that's part of having ray tracing in your game. Just makes it a little bit more accurate. Let's grab this report. Save point here. So as you can see inside, it's a lot less demanding. We're up to 96 FPS now. The only time this game seems to stutter is when you enter a cutscene, but other than that, it's pretty smooth. So that's good enough for me.
Hey, are you okay? Hey!
Shame she never made it, but fought well. We just inherited her gear, but not even a word of gratitude for saving us, which is a bit savage, but it is what it is. Okay, let's get out of here. We got stuff to do. Now that we've got the drone, we've got light as well, so we've got a puzzle that we need to complete. I know what you need to do to complete that puzzle, but honestly there's still a lot of enemies you want to kill, so I want to go and kill them and then come back and do the puzzle. The only way to level up your weapons is to kill more enemies. There's some other stuff you can collect as well, so it is worth doing, even if you do know what you need to do to bypass the puzzle. Let's see what's behind this door. Oh, we got action. So basically, your drone scans the tablet, tells you what you need. So it says then they will endure the climb through the twin-headed serpent. So there's some symbols on that puzzle. So the serpent's one of them. And finally, the sinners will fall into the fires of hell. So the third symbol will be flame. And then there is somewhere that tells you what the first symbol is as well, which I already know, but it's just worth mentioning. This is how you actually find out how to do the puzzle. Been in this room already? Yeah. Okay. So because I know it, I'm just gonna put the puzzle in. So it goes tower, serpent, and flame. Your weapon at the ready, there's plenty of enemies around here. Right, there's a ladder somewhere around here. There is something in one of these cells you can collect. Perhaps it's on the second floor. So what you want to do as well is make sure you put all of these items into your quick access, just so you can use them while you're in a fight. So, the med pack, this kind of crystal thing that boosts your weapon with energy. It's also useful against stronger enemies. I'm gonna check in every cell. I remember there being something useful. Here it is. So basically, remain undamaged will reduce the damage you take. So if you go into fights of full health, you'll have better defense. So let's get that equipped. Another enemy around here. Okay, dealt with him easily enough. More of you guys than my drone hasn't cooled down yet. Oh, it has actually. It's seriously dark in here. Another one. As you can see, VRAM's almost 10 gigabytes now, so it does start to increase the longer you play. But there isn't a memory leak or nothing. It does kind of cap out around 10 gigabytes or so. I'm using smart access memory, so I might be using a little bit more VRAM than, let's say, my NVIDIA cards, because even though it uses rebar, they do work slightly differently. Even as a pair, they're not that effective. As long as you keep the range management in check and avoid the attacks, you should be fine. So you do have an alternative weapon you can also equip, which I might as well do to show you guys what it looks like. So the axes, they do perform a wider arc in terms of area, and they're quicker, but in my opinion they're weaker, and I prefer the sword. But there are times when you're surrounded, it might be the better choice. Let's keep heading out of here. So just take a couple of steps back as it tries to attack and us go after him again. I keep saying him, we don't even know what the hell that thing is, but him works for me. Okay, now will be maybe a good time to try the axe, possibly. So yeah, as you can see, it has a little bit more range to the area you can affect. Let's go, boys. Let's cut through these guys like they were nothing. So there is a secret door you can open with these two amulets, but the other amulet's pretty far away from here, so we're just gonna keep going. Right, so we got this thing that can imbue our weapon with energy, so we're gonna use that. Go back. You know what, the axes are not too bad, to be honest. They take a little bit longer, but pretty effective. So I've got the APC key now. So technically we could actually go back to the guy and get in the APC and get out of here, but there are some more things to check out, so that's exactly what we're gonna do. Gold watch, maybe we can trade that for something. I can turn my light off now that we're outside. You can see FPS has dropped back down into the 70s rather than remaining at a steady 90 when you're inside. Another save point. Okay, now things get interesting. Gotta attack this first before you can even hurt that thing. You just gotta bear that in mind. The only way to kill these, this is when they separate, go after the red one first, then go after the white one. So here's the other amulet. And essentially you can go back and open that secret door. You can get something, but the thing that you get, you can't even use yet because you don't have a slot in your weapon, so I'm not even going to bother do it. Alright, we really need to attack this thing first. Gotta watch your stamina as well. Alright, my axes have leveled up. Your weapons will only level up if you use them. So if you sheathe your sword and never use it again, it will stay at level 1. Alright, let's heal up a little bit. More of these to take out, and I'm happy to do so. Let's use some of that energy stuff. So again, you have to take out this first. Nice. Starting to like the axes. Maybe I should have used them a little bit more the last time I played this. Okay, we've got some action here. This thing is really funny. Pretty quick. Finish this thing off. That one was slightly stronger than the rest. Okay, we've got what we need. Visually the game's okay. I don't think it looks bad in any way. It doesn't necessarily look special though either, so depends what you're after. Keep that distance. Anyway guys, that was just a quick look at how it does on the RX 7900 XTX. But that's pretty much it for me. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video, and as always, thanks for watching.